Hello guys, it's me, Mythos, back again with yet another The Evening Report. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while. So I've been working on this body all winter just to bring it up for, the summer. No, but in all seriousness, today we are finishing with the Northern Karieta study, so please be prepared for that. We'll talk about it soon enough, but that's enough. Now we go straight to the news cycle. And booyakasha! Devonor Larat versus Oden. The magnificent Maxer Larat. So, father versus son. In this video, they are basically practice pulling together. Devon is looking hella healthy. At this point, he looks like he de-aged by like 5 years. That's what happens when you're off that stack. Yeah, they're just practicing together. Nothing really to see. They talk about how Oden's right feels pretty dang good right now, and then the left arm is still ways behind, but he still feels pretty good on that table. That's the most important part. And that's pretty much it. If you want to watch exactly how it all went, you can go and watch it. Now, on to the next one. Booyakasha! We have East versus West with the podcast. Alex Kudecha versus Tobias Sporong. And you know who I'm rooting for, don't ya? Of course, I will root for the Swede himself, Tobias Sporong. So, in this video, they are going through. We have Travis basically having the whole control of the situation. As always, there is a lot of like Travis Bajent shenanigans. And we have Alex Kudecha being very nice overall. And then we have Tobias as well. I mean, they're both being nice, but they still, because of the tension that Travis brings, they have nice back and forth banter. Because at some point, Alex Kudecha was like, oh yeah, I'm not really afraid of Tobias. Like, my last couple of matches have been way more intense. And then Tobias is like, who do you think I am, bro? I'm coming and I will take your rank, And yeah, I mean, at this point, Alex Kudecha, he is at a losing streak. And a lot of people seem to be saying that he's overrated and stuff. And I don't know about that. I think I saw a video a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I haven't kept the link to it. I will find it and then I will put it in the description. This guy was talking about how Alex Kudecha, because he is so big and because he weighs so much, that most people place more expectation on Alex Kudecha, that he should be stronger than what he is, and therefore he's overrated. But honestly, if you look at the rankings, I believe that Alex Kudecha is currently sitting at 8th overall spot in the right arm, or maybe 7th, I don't remember. And then we have him on the left arm being at 6th or something. And I think it makes sense. He's lost to the very top guys and then he's beat some of the top guys as well. So he's quite credible, all things considered, But that's neither here nor there. If we talk about the podcast, last couple of words that I'd like to say is that I like this format, that 1 hour mark. There is a lot of entertainment value, but at the same time you get to hear both of the competitors. And like always, Alex is being a really fine gentleman, and then Tobias seems to be really hungry for this match. He really wants to win this one. He wants to take steps up the ladder so that he can compete against the top guys. And he has also faced guys like Vitaly and Artyom Morozov, so basically the number 1 spot and then the second or third one, depending on how you look at it. I mean, Alizan, he might be the real number 1 spot after what he did to Morozov. It's hard to say, because Morozov did say that his left arm is still tweaked, so he can't really go inside. But I believe going inside against Alizan is a mistake in of itself. So take with it as you will. I believe that Alizan's performance was really impressive, and I really want to see the match against Vitaly Letin. All that being said, we go on to the next one. Booyakasha! The GOAT! Mindaugas! Pure evil! Parasitis! And of course, Moriarty, as Neil Pickup himself calls him. So Mindaugas is testing this new exercise with the weight, and he doesn't really know how it will go. So far he likes it. You can go check his main YouTube channel to see it. And I really love his spirit. Like, he lost against Makarov, and immediately if I will go on to the next one, you know, because in this channel we go straight at it. Booyakasha! So on this video he talked about the loss against Makarov, and he took it so well. He took it like a real champ. Immediately he tried to reflect on what he felt during the match, and then he also talked about some adjustments that he would like to make, but also how he would like to basically beat a couple of people to prove that he truly is the number 2 in the category, so that he can get a shot in like a year or 2 from now. So you can tell the champion mentality, you know, when you hear it, when you look out for it, and when the guy truly means what he says, then yeah, you know, you just know. So that being said, on to the next one. And for this video, we have an obligation to do the double bicep flex. Yes, it's Hollywood Matt Connolly himself. So in this live stream, he's together with Josh Barker. And I have seen that he has actually done a lot of live streams in the last couple of days, and it's really beautiful. Like I've said multiple times, I really love the whole concept of the AWE and the last man standing, and even the whole T-series that they are promoting with this live, for example. It's all looking great. I really hope it blows up, and I really love that Eastside Arm Wrestling is also doing it, and they are going to go with the last man standing event. And I really want to see that global showdown that they will make. It sounds really interesting. And unfortunately, I haven't seen that much else. I can only recommend to go watch his channel if you are interested to know more. I didn't have enough time, and this is the only video that I saw where they promote a little bit of T-Series and they talk a little bit more about the format, since this format for most people is pretty new. Most people do not know about AWE and the last man standing. And Josh Barker is also a great athlete, and he might as well compete in one of these future events. They kind of teased at it as well. Now, on to the next one, Booyakasha, and we have the main league with Baksu Pula, Robert Baxter and Dexter Tan. In this video, they're basically going through a lot of different stuff, some accusations, then a little bit about Levan, why they didn't strip his title, and then they talked about East vs West 23 and the upcoming East vs West 24. It's gonna be June 6th. More of that down below in the description. And look, I don't want to go on a rant. That's not what one is for. So I'm just gonna say a couple of stuff. When it comes to Levan, they talked about not taking the title because he was hurt, and that's fair. And then they talked about how he wants to compete in December. And then they also mentioned the thing about Devon not wanting to pull Levan, and that's not really what they understood. They have communicated it a bit differently than what myself and what I got out of what Devon meant when he said that now that he is the supposed champion, or the interim, that Levan should be the one chasing. But apparently Devon is not the interim. Yeah, weird stuff with that whole situation. I believe they really need to work that out, and I believe that not having a clear rule on the champion and when you strip the title and when you actually make them compete, it needs to be more like more put in stone, you know. Because right now we have this whole situation going on, and I have seen that I'm not the only one reacting a bit weirdly to this. Even a lot of people that are watching arm wrestling do not know exactly what to take from this. And I have said my opinion before. I saw that Bogdan Stoica as well mentioned it. Levan being a champion and only competing like once a year, or even worse, some years competing basically like 0 times. It's crazy to have like a 10-year span and on average to have done 1 match per year. That's completely unfair for the competition. And if anything else, we don't get to see as much Levan. Like, if you are the champ, we want to see you compete. It's not fun to have a champ and not see him in action, to see the champion being tested. Because when you have a dominant champ that is never tested and that is never really like put on that grind, it's not interesting. You want that story, you want that arc, and you want them to fight. At least that's what I want. And that's why I like people like Mindaugas or Devon or John Brezing when he competed, Todd Hutchings. They compete more than once in a year and they do multiple title defenses, and win or lose, they come back and they seemingly become stronger every time, and that's inspirational. I haven't seen that from Levan ever. He just comes, destroys, and then he waits until they call him up. He doesn't really chase for the matches himself. The only time I saw him chase was with the Michael Todd match, and that didn't happen. Nothing came out of that. And Camille, he was asking for the match. He didn't say, yeah, sure, I'll beat your ass, Camille, bring it on. Like, I don't understand what is going on. And the rant is over, okay? God. On to the next point. It's a long stream, so we will not talk about everything. But they even talked about East vs West 24 and how that will be in Arkansas, and how the whole situation is going, and so far so good. They are going to have approximately like 5,500 people in the event, and that's the most we will ever have seen. Even in the Germany event, it was like 4,000 if I remember correctly. So it's gonna be big, it's gonna be glorious. So, all that being said, controversy continues. Buyakasha, Devonu Larat, Gaduru Project Q plus A. So in this video, it was made with the members, it was a members live, and he's discussing another video that he made, which is about the God Project. That's the name so far. It's basically about genetic outliers and how they can provide for science their genetic structure, their DNA, so that scientists can then like basically do a multitude of things. The way I understand it, they could cure a lot of diseases, because some diseases, they are based on genetics. Like some of us have better immune capacities towards certain sicknesses, and then some other people are like suspect to like higher chance to get infected and even die in some cases. So this project is basically to solve a lot of that for people that maybe do not have as good genetics, or even if you have average genetics, so that you can, through the genetic outliers, solve a lot of problems. But of course, most people in the chat, they were like kidding about having Devon's pronator and like Levan's hand and stuff like that. So a lot of people took it as like genetic manipulation for like the sport and stuff. And of course, that it becomes a factor in the discussion, I suppose. But the whole point is not for the whole like sports situation. It's more so to help us as a species to move forward. So it sounds novel. Devon seems to really believe in that. And if you believe as well, and if you are a genetic outlier, then perhaps you could look a bit further into it. There is the scientist Ryan, and you could find him through the social media from what I understood, and then Devon has direct contact with him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So on to the next one. Booyakasha! Devon Olarat versus Vitali, East versus West 23. And you might be wondering, why, oh why, are you showing us this? Well, for two reasons. First and foremost, if you haven't seen it, what the f are you doing? Go and watch that shit. Second of all, I got a really good idea from this match, and it's gonna come in full effect in a couple of days. So I just wanted to tease a bit, really. This crusty form of Devon, it's kind of sexy, isn't it? Even though like Jody might not agree with that sentiment. It is what it is, what can you do? So yeah, it's just a teaser. Such an amazing match. I was really shocked when what happened. Even I've been following Devon for a lot of years, and he still surprises me at 51 years of age. He does pull crazy shit like this, and I'm just even more inspired than ever before. So, talking about inspiration. Booyakasha! Bogdan Stoica versus Mr. Todd Hutchings. So this is the podcast that they made between each other. Todd Hutchings, such an amazing sportsman, really. I love him. And just like that, I really love Bogdan Stoica as well. Go watch the live. They are both amazing characters. I see Bogdan as... he's confident, but at the same time, I suppose he might not be the favorite in his own head as well, and sometimes that can mess with you mentally, because if he comes in expecting to maybe get a stop, we could see like a similar situation to like Levan versus Hermes or Levan versus Devon, where they got the stop, but because they weren't expecting to get the spot, and that's stop, they really didn't like strategically and technically prepare for that enough, you know? So I think that's what the danger is, but from what I understand, Bogdan Stoica, he is still going into with the mindset that he has multiple places to hit, he has multiple different directions to give to Hutchings, and that he's going to basically go balls to the walls and see what sticks, you know? So yeah, I really find this match interesting. They're both like really capable when it comes to side pressure. Todd Hutchings has started a new system. He's a bit inspired by the Bulgarian split, and then he's continuing with the West Side barbell system, and he's tweaking everything just a bit after the Petrenko and the Dave Chaffee match, because he believed he was closer than he was. So I think we're going to see a lot of great stuff coming from Hutchings in a couple of months, because usually he's doing like cycles where he's talking about new methods and prior methods after he has tested them for a while, so that he's not just talking bullcrap. He's a scientist in that type of way, you know? All that being said, we go on to the next one. Booyakasha! And we start with the honorable mentions. Now, I haven't seen this video, if I'm gonna be honest, but this zachalbin, I found him, and I believe that he's really good at what he's doing. Usually it's like a bit of analysis and a bit of breaking down of previous matches that have happened, but not only of what happened during the match, but also like the story leading up to the matches. So I found that a very interesting format, so shout out to Zach. And this video is probably gonna be great. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but if I had time over, this is the first thing I will check out. And the same goes for this. Wagner Bortolato. Fui campeão. So Wagner Bortolato, he's always fun to see. So of course, if I have time, if you have time, watch Wagner Bortolato. He's such an amazing like personality in the sport, and he's pursuing this whole thing with his YouTube channel. That's great to see, because most arm wrestlers still aren't actively pursuing that, and I believe that's very important, especially in this modern era, the age of social media. On to the next one. Booyakasha! Maturu Mask, the carpenter. I mean, wild horse. So we have Matt Mask, and he's doing the practice. Also, honorable mention, shout out to Matt Mask. If you want to watch, you can see how he practices with people. I haven't seen this one either. And in fact, all these videos that I'm talking about, even this one, it's pretty short, but I haven't seen it. I believe that Marcio Barbosa wins this match, and he's going against Paul Passmore. So Marcio Barbosa looks really impressive in this one, and this is Greg's channel in the G2F Sports Film Entertainment. So go there, like, and then put a comment down. And lastly, Booyakasha. The ready, bang! Aussie arm wrestler on that grind with the side pressure king himself. That'll be out in like 2 hours. And because of this video and because I respect it and I would really like to watch it, and I hope that you watch it as well, I have put our video with the upcoming champ, the next champ, the champion that you haven't yet heard of. Yes, I am talking about Nathan Kariata. And we are releasing this in 3 hours. And approximately, I would guess that by then Aussie Arm Wrestler's video is finished. So after that, if you have some time over, it's like 12 minutes approximately, you can check out this video where he talks about his upcoming super match, question mark? And then he's talking a little bit about the whole situation that happened in the Swedish Nationals and how he was sick and infected. He had an ear infection in that tournament. And of course, we delve deeper into the champion's mindset and also about his future in the sport of arm wrestling. And Nathan, he's 18 years old. For you that don't know, he's already stacked. If you see his matches, I have put a compilation in the beginning of this video. So if anything, if you don't have time to watch his whole mindset and what he thinks and how he thinks, then watch the compilation and you will see that we are talking about some real impressive talent. With only 2 years in the sport, he's going through our national champions here in Sweden like hot knife through butter. And even when he was sick during the Swedish Nationals, he almost beat the winner in the left arm, Hannes Eriksson. So in the 75 kg category, my God, this young champion will be trouble. And he's talking about going up to the 80 kg category. And if he goes up to the 80 kg, that's really close to the 85. And I believe that he will be huge trouble in those categories as well. He just really is too quick, too powerful. And I believe that because of the passion and the belief that he has in himself, he's going to be trouble for anybody in these three categories. The 75, the 80 and the 85. And of course, if he continues just like he says he will, and if he's injury-free, then we will see him for a lot of years to come. So see this as an opportunity to follow a new athlete, a young athlete, in the beginning of his career, and witness true greatness, because this is what this is. We are talking about a really great champion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Look forward also to a little bit more from our club, Hammarby Armbrytning. I'm gonna be releasing a little bit of stuff from that as well. And then I would like to ask you who you would like to see next. I know that I have the hanging thread of the parasitis study. And yeah, I don't know, I have been in a really bad mindset with that one. Like, I finished it once, and then I want to add something, and I felt like it became better, but then I want to add something else, and then it kind of screwed the whole concept up. And then the whole situation happened where he fought against Makarov, and then some of the points that I had in the original video didn't quite stand. And yeah, that's a whole mess. So I'm gonna finish that video eventually. It has become just a bit sour in like my mouth. The taste is not as sweet anymore. But I will finish it. I will finish it eventually. And of course, there are a lot of Swedish athletes in our club in Hammarby armbrytning. We have Malin Bergström, and then we have Johan Lindholm. Johan has had a match a lot of years ago in Arm Wars with Michael Todd. That's perhaps the match that everybody knows him from, but he's still a national champion of that 100 kg category. So we have a couple of people already in the club that I could interview next if you'd like that. And then of course, I'm open to suggestions. If you would like me, I can travel. I can try and meet Tobias Sporn. I can try and meet Fia Reisig, Carolina Pettersson. Elina, we have Elina, Jotunheim. So yeah, we have a lot of great Swedish champions. So whoever you want, put it down below. I have already had a couple of people saying in the short that I made, they would like Fia Reisig. I read Carolina Pettersson as well. Then I read Malin Bergström. And then someone wanted me to interview Devon. Now, I haven't reached out. But to be honest, I don't know if I myself am ready to interview Devon. That might be a bit too high pressure. No, I'm kidding. I can do anything, bring it on. But yeah, that will be pretty much it for the one. It's a long one because we had a lot to talk about. But some people like this format. It's a bit longer format. So before I leave you, I would like to also mention Booyakasha. The league, we have East vs West 24, June 6th in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're gonna have Hermes versus Artem Morozov, and then Michael Todd versus Oleg Petrenko in the main event. And of course, you can buy the pay-per-view already, it's up. And if you use 5%, if you use code MythosArts, you get 5% off the tickets and the merchandise. So that's pretty much everything. So far so good, the arm wrestling world is blowing up. It's amazing to see every time we are becoming bigger and we are becoming stronger. And lastly, I would also like to thank you all. If I go here, as you will see, soon enough, the channel will have 300 subscribers. And I'm just so grateful. When I started this channel, I really didn't think anything of it. I was like a young guy. I was like 16, you know, when Nathan started his arm wrestling journey. I was just a filmmaker that loved arm wrestling, and then I saw a couple of Devon Larratt stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy is amazing. Let me do a couple of tributes. And then the channel just grew and it kept growing, and now we are almost at 300 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you so much. We have already gotten way further than I ever believed was possible. And I won't stop now that I see that there is a following and you actually enjoy this shit. Like, what the hell? This isn't even my best, guys. I'm releasing at a high pace, so everything I see, I just figured it's shit, nobody will watch this shit. But then you do, and I'm so grateful that you do. It's not up to me what I think. At the end of the day, it's if you enjoy this, and it's also like if you can get something out of it, then I'm happy. It doesn't matter what I think about the quality, and it doesn't matter what I think about all the extra stuff as a filmmaker. Like, that's just extra. That's just extra sauce. And that's pretty much all I have for today. Thank you. We had yet another successful one, if I can say so myself. Maybe I ranted a bit too much, but what can you do? It's just part of the Mythos experience. With that all being said, I myself, I am working on becoming a champion. And expect to see more stuff from me. I also have my Instagram account, so you can check that in the description below. And I can also, in the description below, put the handle for Nathan Carrieta. He's such an amazing champ, and he's more active in Instagram, so go follow him there. You already know how this ends, don't you?